super excited to work with you today. We're going to be working on what we call book orientation, all right? So we have 2 different books in front of us. What do you notice about these 2 different books that you can share?
There's a title.
Okay, they both have a title. Corbin?
One is in like fall and the other one like in winter.
Okay, so you're thinking about the setting of the story. What do you notice about the books themselves?
And I noticed that on this one, it says dogs that work, dogs that work, dogs that work.
Okay.
And since that's in the title, I'm like, oh, so I'm pretty sure that this is a book about like dogs that work.
Corbin, that's great thinking. Because what you're thinking is this is going to be a story, an informational book. You're going to learn about dogs that work, right? So that's great thinking. What about the other book? What kind of book is that? Yeah.
I think it might be a story.
It is a story. So for getting ready for reading is really important, my friend. You have to, when you pick up books, you have to say to yourself, is this an informational book or is this a story? Okay? So let's look at the story first. Okay, so let's look at Addie's Bad Day. When we get ready to read, what do we do when we're thinking about a story?
Read a book.
What do we do in a book club, though? What are some things we think about? What do we know about stories, first of all, before we even look through? We have to think, what do I know about a story? What do we know about stories? What do you know about stories that helps you read?
You think about the book and what it's about.
Okay, so we think about the title, right? Addie's Bad Day. The title helps us. We know this story is going to be about Addie's bad day, right? We know that Addie's our main character, right? Those are things we think about because stories have characters.
And you might want to think about like how is it going to be like Addie's bad day? Like how is she going to have a bad day?
You know what? You're thinking about the problem in the story, aren't you? There's a problem in stories or an event in stories, right? And then usually at the end of the story they solve it, right? So that's what you know about stories, is that they have characters. There's going to be
Where it takes place?
the setting, where it takes place. Very good.
There's something on the title.
Yep. We know that there's going to be a problem, right? We know that there's going to be characters. Let's go inside and look at the print. Open it up and look inside, and we always look to see. We know it's a story.
It looks like he has a present.
So let's look here. What do you know? Look at the print. We know Addie's one of our characters, right? What other character is there going to be looking at the words?
The dog.
Well, let's go inside. Look at the print. We look at the print to see. These first couple pages, if you scan it, you're going to see they're outside. Who are some of our other main characters?
Mom.
Yes. So Mom's in there, Addie's in there.
Yeah.
Max, very good. So you're getting yourself ready knowing these are the characters. All right? What punctuation do you see on these first pages here?
A period.
We see periods. What else do you see?
Oh,
Corbin.
I see this little thing that has like
Okay.
it separates.
Yep. So they have
From
they're
the
talking
S.
about Max's house, so that's an apostrophe.
Ooh, and
And what are these marks? What are those called?
Abbreviations.
They're called quotation marks. Stories usually have characters talking.
Oh, yeah.
So you know, you talk to your friends, you talk to your mom and dad, you talk to your teachers, you have conversations with them, right? Addie is going to be having a conversation in this book with who? Most likely. Max and Mom. So keep that in mind.
And I also
Those are all the things you do to get ready for a story. So hands down for a second, Corbin. We get ourselves ready for reading by looking at the title and thinking this is a story. Okay? I know that stories have characters. I know that stories are going to have a problem or an event, right? I know there's going to be characters talking, most likely, right? And they're going to be having a conversation about, and we connect it back to the title. They're having a conversation about something related to Addie's bad day. Those are all the things you do to get ready for a story. Okay? Does that make sense? All right, so now let's look at
Yeah.
the other piece, the other book,
You know what
okay?
else fun is no cleaning our paper towel in one away bathroom.
Let's look at the other book. We gotta get ourselves reading for this book. What kind of book is this?
An informational book.
It's an informational book, so our brains get ready a little bit differently. What do we know about informational books?
Dogs that work. Maybe there's
Say more about that.
dogs that work and like how they work and a lot about how they work.
Yeah, so you're thinking, I'm gonna learn something about dogs and how they work, right? Informational books, you look at, you say to yourself, I'm gonna learn something about dogs at work, right?
Yeah.
You're probably gonna, so you're gonna learn something, there's gonna be words that you do, you're gonna build your background in an informational book. You have to read it differently because are there characters in this one?
Do you think they're dogs?
But do you think they're characters?
No.
No, they're just, it's about a topic, right? Our topic is dogs at work and the things dogs do, right? So your brain has to get ready for reading. It has to get ready for reading differently in this kind of book than this kind of book, okay? That's really important. So every time you pick up a book, you have to be asking yourself, am I reading a story or am I reading an informational book, okay? All right. Got it.